Yeah. So, and the states in the Western world is more or less getting rid of gold. Mm-hmm. Does it mean that they have seen the light and go for Bitcoin?
No, it doesn't mean they have seen the light. It means that we are now living in a world where we're facing the most unprecedented currency and central banking crisis that we've seen since the introduction of central banking. I mean, a lot of people say, what does it take for Bitcoin to succeed? How do we make sure that Bitcoin can't beat the banks or replace the banks or eradicate central banking? We don't need to do that. Bitcoin should not be aiming to conquer or co-opt or force anyone to adopt anything. Bitcoin is opt-in and it's a choice. We're not looking for governments to endorse or adopt Bitcoin. That makes no sense. The idea of a national currency is as ridiculous and obsolete as the idea of a national airline or a national phone company or a king. We need to get rid of these things. The bottom line is that the banking system as we know it today does not need help to become obsolete. It's doing a very good job on its own. When you have a giant centralized structure, the biggest risk it faces is that by its very nature, centralization introduces fragility into the system. The narrower the source of decisions, the more likely those decisions are that they're disconnected from reality. And we've seen that central planning fails, and yet we accept central planning in monetary policy as if somehow that is exempt from that rule. Centralized systems are fragile and they fail on their own. There is a reason why 21 central banks around the world have set their interest rates to 0 for 6 years and cannot seem to get out of that trap. They say that currencies require control in order to be stable, and yet we have unstable currencies and central banks that have lost all control, even though supposedly they have the tools. So the real question we should ask is not whether Bitcoin will succeed, but whether we face a really substantial risk of our traditional monetary policy tools failing catastrophically all around the world. I just hope that when that time comes, Bitcoin will be there to pick up the pieces, along with many other digital currencies, because the world has to continue to be able to transact. And currency failure is a catastrophic event in any country. I've seen it in my own country in Greece. I saw it wipe out my parents twice in a single generation and everybody around us. And this has happened all across the world. The natural state of a state-sponsored currency is collapse. Statistically speaking, there are only a few exceptions and they don't last very long. So really, this is not about Bitcoin winning. Banks are losing on their own. They don't need any help.